But obviously in the title.
It's the title, obviously.
I'm fine
Fine.
with it.
Would you rather murdered children or Poggers?
That wasn't the problem he had with it, though.
God damn it, Lorenzo.
Getting past 12 is hard.
That wasn't the problem that works. He had with it, though.
God damn it. You know what? Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Planime podcast. I'm here with
Oh,
Lorenzo, and I started this 40 seconds ago.
Yeah, I see that.
That is what we have been talking about for the last like 15 minutes, is us yelling at each other about this stupid title.
Yeah, why is... Hold on.
That
It gave me a VOD when I went on.
Holy crap.
Holy crap.
Anyway, yeah, so... Nicko, what was this week?
What do you mean? Lorenzo, what did we watch this week?
This is your week.
I understand that we watched The Promised Neverland, but what did we watch this week?
What did we watch this? Okay. I don't know where to start.
You don't?
I don't know where to start.
Well, I need you to start this because I don't know where to start this.
Okay.
Okay.
The first episode was kind of boring.
Yeah, up until the end.
Up until the end.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah. Should we explain anything about plot?
So all of these kids live in an orphanage, and every once in a while a kid leaves the orphanage, and what we learn is that they are demon food being raised in a farm.
Yes.
Was it
Okay.
a hexagon or an octagon? I think it's a hexagon.
Hexagon. I
Yeah.
have my first complaint.
What is your first complaint?
Sister Crone.
Uh-huh.
I hate her.
Okay, yeah. Understandable.
She's just annoying and insane.
Yes. She just wanted to be a mother.
She killed that baby She literally beat a child. I don't care that it was a doll, but she killed the baby.
What? When? What?
Did you not see her rip the head off the doll?
Oh, I see.
And then slam it into the ground, stomp on it,
I
throw it at
see.
the wall.
Okay, yeah. No, I forget things like that.
Well,
I knew
maybe
she was
you should
crazy.
actually pay attention.
I do pay attention.
You don't, obviously. That's why you liked Madoka Magic.
I don't know what you're saying, man.
Okay, so how was the bunny, how did she leave that as a loose end? The mother. Like, if she's done this for so many years, how does she leave a loose end like that?
What, that she just left the bunny?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. She could have accidentally left stuff before, and they never just ran to see if they could give it to her. Like, maybe she left it somewhere.
Maybe.
Like, it's the mother might not have left it there, because wasn't it Ray who moved it like that?
Ray said
He moved
that
it there.
you
I'm
still
pretty
have.
sure.
Did he move it?
I'm
I
pretty
thought
sure
he
he
just
said he put
said-
it there to get them to go there.
No, he just said, "Oh, you guys still have time." I don't know if he said he moved it or not.
I don't know, because I feel like
Speaking of
later,
Ray-
once he said something about him knowing all about the demons and him working with the mom and all that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he said something like, "I put it there so you guys would go and see that."
Yeah. That does sound something. Speaking of Ray, infantile
Yeah, the memory.
amnesia.
That was
That
just
is so stupid. And I 100% called that the twist at the end.
Which twist at the end? There was a lot of them.
That she's his actual mother.
Okay, that one.
Like, I called that easily.
You could probably tell that.
And then what else? Okay, for probably an entire episode
Uh-huh.
when they're talking about helping what's his name escape.
Yeah.
Um Kim will just ask me about the stream title. Um so when they're helping Norman escape and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you all just hurt yourself? Or get sick or something? She's not gonna sell damaged goods when you're the top quality.
Yeah, but
I think they did that. I think they
And then
they
Emma
thought
said it
about that.
like halfway through the episode. I'm like, see, I
Yeah,
told you.
but his whole thing was like, man, I've gotta sacrifice myself because it's not gonna be me first if we're all injured. Emma's gonna be the one that heals the first, probably.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, the only way I can guarantee that I give these two a chance is to give myself up now and give them that chance.
Yeah. I really wanted to see what was in that room.
What room?
The room that he was taken into.
You'll find out.
I understand that, but I wanted to know. Also, I did not think, because I didn't know anything about this besides human farms. I didn't think it was gonna be escape at the last episode. So I thought this was gonna be a one season thing where they spend half the season trying to escape, and then the next season is like surviving on the outside. But no, it's not. And that was
So
I
currently,
didn't
The
call
Promised Neverland just finished its last manga earlier this year.
It's 21 volumes.
It's coming out winter.
Yeah, that's
Season
season 2.
2.
But it's 21 volumes in total for the entire series.
And this is the first 4.
This is the first, I think, 5.
It's 4.
Is it 4?
That's what Mal says.
Okay, then five. Then the 5 is like that last part of that last episode.
Okay.
Everything
the
past that is them surviving on the outside, basically.
Okay. The whole flashbacks to her like standing on the wall and
Yeah,
I
her
understand
figuring
that
this out at one point and her being like, man, my best choice here is to work for them.
yeah. I don't even. And then they were training to fight. Why were they training to fight? The moms were training to fight.
No, it's training to quell a rebellion.
They were training to fight. They don't need to fight.
I mean, when you see how many children there are, like, what if there is an uprising?
There won't be an uprising if you raise them right and don't let them see the demons.
Well, I mean, look at how well that went for this one.
Well, don't give them so much freedom.
Well, that was the whole point of Gracefield Farm, though.
What?
You haven't seen it yet, but they'll eventually go into the mass-producing farms of humans.
Oh.
And the mass-produced ones are literally just kids sitting in chairs being grown in, like, solitary darkness, standing in one spot.
I figured that this was going to be quality and there was going to be quantity farms.
Yeah. This is the quality farm.
Also, is it so?
Honestly,
I know it's not explained in this season, but so how do the children? Are they all born from mothers, or are they grown?
I don't even really remember if I know the answer to this.
Yeah,
but I'm
because we know at
sure...
least Ray was born, but she also says that all mothers have a child as a test.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, all of the mass-produced ones are like clones.
Okay.
And all of the higher tier ones are children.
I see.
I think, if I remember correctly, that's how it works. Is the higher
tier they are, the more they actually put all this into it. Yeah, Joey, I don't remember the answer to this because I haven't even finished the manga yet.
What the fuck were the tests? They were just like scanning barcodes.
No.
I didn't get that. What was that?
They were doing tests.
Yeah.
But that was their answering. That was like their Scantron type thing. Like, Those tests are
I
so
see.
difficult. Like in the manga, it actually fully shows it, and it's like, here is a cube. How many individual squares? And you have like 3 seconds to answer how many individual squares.
It's 10 seconds per question.
Yeah, but it's like a cube, and it's like a good like probably 10 by 12 cube that's partially hollowed out with outcrops on it, and they're just expected to be able to get that.
Ah, no wonder it was such an achievement.
To get that far, yeah, because
Yeah.
we're literally like, okay, I can look at this shape and I know exactly how to do it.
They only showed them taking tests. They never showed them actually learning.
I know.
So like, how are they meant to know how to do this?
Well, no, but they said it. They said something along the lines of when they were showing the tests and them getting their results back, saying, "Oh,
Mhm.
you'll have more lessons later if you did poorly."
Oh, I see.
So that free time, if I remember correctly, that free time is like all of the ones that are doing bad have to take extra classes, and all the other ones get that free time.
I see.
And they like that's why all the little kids are never outside, is because a lot of them are doing stuff inside. That's it.
Got it.
I remember a lot of the way this
So-
world works. It's complicated.
Children are just. I wonder why they pick that age, like 6 to 12.
They said it.
Did they?
They said it. They said 12 years old is when between that age is when they taste the best.
I see. But wouldn't you want it when the brain's like fully matured?
Well, it's matured to a point.
Yeah. But the brain fully matures around 23.
Okay.
But
But it was one of those time commitment type things.
yeah.
It will taste the best at this age if we let it going. The return on that isn't as high as the time we still have to put in. Like
But
if they went,
they should have
if
like
they went to 23
fine
and
wine
24.
farms where they age for like 20 years.
God, because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, we can either age them all to 12 years old or them to 24 and put in the same amount of effort into both sets, but we won't get double if we let them go twice as long.
Yeah.
So why let them go twice as long?
That's fair.
Then they just have even more chance to, gang up on the one mom. As someone who hasn't seen this, how the hell did they figure this out? Figure what out?
Yeah, that's not a great question.
That's not a complete question. How do they figure what out?
Probably when it tastes the best. I
Yeah,
mean,
how
they're
do you figure out how it
demons.
Tastes the best. You just keep trying them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just try all ages.
You keep trying them until you're being like,
And they know the brain is the best.
yeah, it's kind of like that Best Buy date. Well,
Yeah. Well,
okay.
except reverse.
No, I'm gonna say something about the whole brain thing. It's a spoiler, but there's another reason that it's the brain over anything.
Do they transplant the brain into like new demons?
No.
Oh.
No, it's a
I know-
spoiler.
I know they're not demons.
They are.
but- They are? They're
That's
actually
that's
demons?
what they are.
Okay.
They're actual demons.
And the one is probably the devil.
I mean, no, he's just kind of the ruler.
I
The
see.
manga hasn't said he's just the devil, but you know. Joey, you are very, very right. I don't know if it's not the full thing, but yes, Lorenzo, do you want me to tell you?
That they gain knowledge.
It's demons are wild beasts normally,
But the brain
and when they
tames them.
consume the brain, they develop smarts.
Like it's strange that they would develop smarts and not like feelings and empathy that humans have.
They do.
They
Just
do, but
not
for their own
humans.
kind.
Yeah.
I see. So
It's
like
they're treating humans like animals, just like we would treat animals like animals. And they understand that they can't go without humans because they need that to keep up what they want to in their life.
how do they reproduce?
I don't know. I feel like it said it at some point in the manga, but I don't remember.
I see.
A lot of that stuff will be tackled in season 2. Like almost immediately, a lot of this stuff will be said.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Maze Runner.
So all of the children are in that middle area, and they have to go through the maze, and it's got all the dangerous stuff in it.
But they're also being like grown with to make the cure.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Maze Runner.
A zombie movie that employs the same concept. That would make a lot of sense.
Where
if they had a zombie
zombies gain sentience and start farming humans. The thing is,
we're all
zombies
sitting here worried
are
about a zombie
humans.
outbreak because they're gonna eat our brains. Nah, they're gonna eat our brains so they can learn how to cultivate humans to give more. That would be the best.
But it wouldn't work with zombies. The whole demon route is the best way
Yes.
because zombies, they are brainless. The whole thing is their brain is rotted.
Yeah.
And stuff. But a vampire movie / demon movie would make total sense with the same concept.
Well, because it is the exact same concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense because of the concept. It would literally just be the concept.
Also,
this thing's
of
getting a live
course-
action.
is it?
It got announced and they've showed the cast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, it's a thing.
Okay. Also, I totally knew the emo kid would try and commit suicide at some point. Like that was such a thing.
Oh, so at this
I've-
point, I understand that you already know Norman's alive, but
Joey,
like,
they're not clones. I watched that movie too.
Nah.
The whole thing is they're dead bodies that you're transplanted into. They're not actually clones. Anyway,
I know you understand Norman's alive.
yeah, I knew he was alive, and then I read it on
Uh,
accident.
Oh, so
but
you already
I-
know like the whole thing that he goes to do?
No, it just said, spoiler, he's alive.
He but it was kind of obvious though.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
It's- They would have showed his death on screen had he actually died.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, "Oh, Norman's dead." Norman's dead. We didn't show it on screen though because too graphic for the already very graphic show.
Joey, it's a twist at the end. Oh, speaking of graphic, so the
Netflix
rating system on Netflix rated this a PG-13 series
Mhm.
for fear and profanity.
Yeah, profanity must have a different meaning.
I think it's gotta.
It
But-
has to.
It didn't even include violence, and I know violence is a thing on Netflix. On my anime list, it's rated R for violence and profanity, but like Netflix, come on,
But-
this is so
Okay,
violent.
but that's also another thing that we're thinking about this.
Through the eyes of we're reading the subtitles.
Yeah,
Like, it very well could be that there is a lot of swearing in that show,
maybe.
and it's just not translated as that. Well, but that would be why the violence one would be up so high.
Yeah, but there's no violence tag on Netflix.
Oh,
It's just fear.
it's just fear. Yeah, that is
It's
fear.
I understand where fear comes from, but they need to add a violence tag because there is so much violence and stuff in the show. I feel like some kid will click, "Oh, it's only PG-13 for fear and profanity," and then they just watch people get eaten.
Yeah, and then they see Connie with the rose through her heart.
Uh-huh.
That that would be a thing.
That would be a thing. It's like clicking on, I don't know, High School DxD. It says rated PG for violence or whatever.
I swear,
then
I
it's
know
just-
it's not rated that.
It's rated R
Yeah.
for mild nudity, I think it says.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes, High School DxD is rated PG.
uh,
Yes.
oh yes.
That would be a thing. We're allowed to. That's obviously the rating. We're the best rating board in the world.
The greatest. Yeah, we should be the ones who add the rating. Man. Like,
Obviously.
I think this is a good G. It's like Berserk. Yeah, that's about a G.
That's about a G. Looks at Pokemon. That's about an R.
That's an R. It's literally animals fighting each other forced by humans. Anyway, we're not talking about that now.
Promise Neverland.
Yeah. I don't really get the title, but I also understand that this is. I get the promise part because they talk a lot about promises.
Okay, yeah, because that's the first season, and they brought it up basically why it's called Promise Neverland.
mm,
But the problem is, without seeing the rest of it, you don't understand because there's a lot of spoilery things that are like, that's exactly why it's called that.
yeah. Also, okay, this one child, was it Phil?
It's Phil, more than likely.
He's way too smart for a 4-year-old.
No,
But see, the problem is we don't see any kids as smart as
Emma, Ray, and Norman
Yeah.
that are any younger.
But
So
they were probably that smart at that age because those little flashbacks of them as child, like,
yeah.
it very well they could have been as smart as Phil. Phil could be
But-
like,
But Phil's like, "Oh yeah, I figured, since we're not getting letters from anyone or anything that they're dying."
I figured by the looks on all of your faces and the fact that no one ever sends letters that they're probably dead.
Yeah. And I get why the main three didn't tell anyone. It's Dawn and Gilda. They're like, I don't
Well,
want,
no, they
like-
eventually told everyone.
They eventually told everyone. But after they learned, like, oh, these people are actually trustworthy and can handle themselves.
well, no, that was Phil's whole, not Phil, Ray's whole thing was he didn't want to tell anyone because it was like, no one's gonna believe us and nothing's gonna happen. Not realizing that this is a farm of smart kids.
Yeah, and then Norman's like, oh yeah, that test I did for the mole, it was actually for 3 people, and you passed.
That was really funny. That was so funny when it was like,
Also, I totally thought it was Gilda. From like, as soon as they said something about there being a traitor, I'm like, it's Gilda. I'm
Why?
telling you, it's Gilda.
why?
I don't know. She just seemed suspicious.
Ray Ray was off because he shouldn't have known.
Yeah, he shouldn't have known. But Gilda was like spying on Emma and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It just seems sus to me.
It just,
And I'm like, hey, Gilda acting kind of sus.
this-
She was in tasks. She was doing tasks in electrical.
But Lorenzo, this is why I get the right people voted off the ship and you don't.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're
I-
like, she seems kind
I
of
really
sus.
thought it was gonna be Gilda. What else?
What else do you have with that?
Um,
I want to know what else Ray got because I know he got all the stuff to make
so he got all
the
the stuff to
taser.
make the taser.
Yeah.
It also, since when can these kids just handle cutting their ear off? I guess they had anesthetics, huh?
Yeah. They had
Yeah,
the stuff.
but
They had the means
And the ability to do it.
yeah.
they were more than capable of doing it.
And yeah, so he got a candy box because that's what the thing was housed in.
Mhm.
He got the flash on the camera.
Yeah.
He obviously got some sort of power source from something.
It was probably just a battery.
Yeah.
But if you think about it,
know.
he said, I've been using all this time getting all this
It
stuff.
took 6 years. I think he gets one present a year for his birthday.
That
I'm pretty
doesn't
sure
sound
that's
right.
how it works. I think that's how it works.
I don't think the only reason I don't think that is
because of when he said something along the lines of I tested what I could and couldn't ask for.
Oh, I see. So he got more.
He must have gotten more than just 6.
Yeah.
Because there was obviously some things that he must have asked for that weren't on that list that he asked for just to test it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, okay, I need this, 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 and this. And then she just looks down that list and she's like, this looks like all the stuff that's needed to build a stun gun.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. And then he just starts taking pictures.
They only took one.
He took a couple.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And then I don't know what else. There was more I wanted to say.
There's a
I
lot.
thought
There still is.
I thought Little Bunny was gonna be more important.
Eh, why?
I don't know. I just thought it would be more important, but it's not.
Who backed off?
Um.
What was the little bunny gonna do? It's gonna come back and little bunny is actually just like a spy camera implanted in there.
Also, there is no way some meat and some hair smells like a human burn. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Smell.
The hair makes sense, but you can't just use like pork. You have to use a certain meat. or
Well,
else
no,
it's
but
not gonna
think about the
smell right.
situation.
Yeah, true.
Like,
She didn't have time
her
to think.
given more time, she would have realized it.
Yeah.
And she did realize it.
Yeah.
That was really funny. She walks around the corner and she's like,
why is there a signal coming from this direction? And it's just the ear,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Also,
that's where that.
I totally expected Ray to be just dead, but at the same time, I knew.
Well, no, if they weren't gonna kill Norman, did you really think they'd kill Ray?
Yeah, I did think they'd kill him. I think they'd be like, yeah, he's not needed anymore.
Well, why?
I don't know.
We've obviously seen that Emma is the emotional one,
Mhm.
Ray is the in the middle one, and Norman is the smart one.
Yeah.
So we can't just have Emma going off and doing stuff, especially because there's no Norman.
That's true.
So she
That's
kind of
true.
needs Ray to be the at least smart one.
Yeah.
Emma just trying to lead all those kids. We've got this, everyone.
Got it.
Obviously. Already running out of things to say, Lorenzo.
I am running out of things.
Because we haven't tackled the whole how did they make all of their training look like games?
Well, tag. It's all tag.
No.
And then
They also
then,
did zip lines.
yeah, so zip lines are just fun.
I know,
That's
I understand.
total fun, but throwing the thing, I'm not sure what that could have been. Like practicing throwing the rope with the rock.
Yeah, that was
That one I'm not 100% sure what that could have been.
Oh man, we're practicing I don't know. Lorenzo, come up with an excuse.
But to be fair,
I have been on
okay.
the zip line before, Joey.
But I mean, they constructed that zip line, and you had to have known that like they must never have constructed a zip line. And
what
like
do you mean?
they must never have constructed a zip line before, because like I would or they must have, I should be saying, because it's
Yeah.
like you think she would have noticed.
Oh yeah.
That it's like, oh man, this is the first time they've ever constructed a zip line. I wonder why they're doing that.
But at the same time, She was too busy watching Emma and Ray.
which was funny
Yeah, so
because she
they
got
used
totally
that.
Blindsided when
She got
all
totally
of them
blindsided because
and
that
then
was
the
a whole
second
act.
blindside.
Like that Emma gave up and that they're just sitting there and being sad, even though she's just telling them what to do.
I know, and that total
Um,
blindside where she's like,
all of the kids are still here.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been such a bad idea to bring anyone under 5, even under
They did.
6.
They did. They brought
It's
everyone over the age of 4.
Was it 4? I thought it was 5.
Because 6 is the earliest they can be shipped out,
Yeah.
and so they brought everyone under or 5 and up.
Over.
So everyone over 4, so that the
Yeah.
earliest they could possibly be shipped out is a year and a half. So they have a year and a half to go and figure out how to stop it.
Yeah.
and they didn't take Phil because Phil needed to be there to be like,
But he's
everyone,
also
don't get shipped
uh,
out.
he's the oldest one in that.
I don't 100% know that.
She said, or Emma said that. She's
She
like,
did?
"Oh, you're the oldest, so that gives us a year and a half."
Okay. I knew she
Um,
said someone was the oldest. I just didn't think it was Phil. I think she
there's
was saying
two
something.
of them. It's Phil and someone else.
Oh, I see.
Are the oldest.
It's hard to remember things, Lorenzo.
It is, especially when you read instead of watching it.
Shh.
Let's see what else. What else we got here?
We've got the whole oh god, what was I gonna say now? Tracking it, the whole tracking device in their ear. We could go back to that.
Okay, what do you want to say about that?
How is it that they can't like tell where it was after they're a child?
Because it's tiny.
Yeah, but how tiny is it?
It's tiny enough to be in your ear, like and it could pass off. Oh, it's just a bug bite.
Hold the phone 1 second.
What? Uh-oh. Okay.
Tiny little bug bite on the back of the ear. But
Yeah,
yeah, after you're a kid, I guess.
but yeah. And it's shown, it's like, oh, it's so small that, like, it doesn't show up and the scar heals fast.
Yeah, I guess.
And those things do exist. And remember, this is 26 years in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Speaking of, this year is probably when it starts.
Yeah.
December ends, and just demons come out and start putting us.
Let's go with that.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about the tracking devices?
No, other than the fact that they shouldn't be able to be disabled by the little electrical pulse.
Oh yeah, just tasing them.
Man, they should have put them in a lot better spot, and I'm pretty sure they looked at this and they were looking at, like, they were reviewing the problems.
I thought it was gonna be in, like, the tongue, or something like that. Something that you can't just, like, cut. Well, that you can just cut off.
Yeah.
But the kids aren't gonna just cut off.
I mean, they were totally fine with cutting off the ear.
Yeah, I mean, but you can live without an ear and, like, still,
You
like.
could live without a tongue.
Yeah, but you'd have to learn sign language because you can't talk.
And
where are they gonna learn that from? Or I guess you could write things the rest of your life.
Yeah, but think about the fact that if you put it in the ear, it's one of those things where if it's cut off, it's not that bad with the brain. If they cut off their tongue or that it gets something happens to it, then it's no more motor function as well.
See.
Or cognitive function.
Cognitive function.
They are totally equivalent, especially when you're going after the brain.
I still hate the whole infantile amnesia.
You mean infantile? What it wasn't amnesia. Amnesia's the normal thing that happens to everyone.
Yeah, it's the fact that he didn't have.
Yeah, it's the fact that he didn't forget. He was like, I remember.
I remember being in the womb.
everything.
I remember being a fetus. I'm like, no, you don't.
I remember the humming of
The
that
humming.
song.
God.
And then I know that this is her, so I'm gonna hum it again so she hears it, and then she's like, oh my god, you remember.
God.
Oh god.
No.
And I could say things about her like not reporting them, but it's also like she was doing so well. She was doing so well. And then she stopped. Lorenzo.
What? Sorry. I
What
was reading. Someone's stupid.
God.
I was just looking at ratings and I'm like, why did this person rate a? What is wrong with them?
It's like she was doing so well
Yeah.
at keeping them all in line, and then she kind of just she was kind of like, well, I defeated the main ones.
Yeah.
She could have thought, she knew that they were talking because she knew about Don and Gilda. Like, I don't know why she didn't also think, you know, they might be part of this problem.
Also, how did they like listen to the sister without being noticed by anyone else? Like all of them were huddled against the sister's door
Mhm.
while Emma and what's his name were talking to
Yep.
her.
Yeah, Emma and Gilda were talking to her.
No, it wasn't Gilda. It was Norman.
Was it?
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, right,
Gilda
right,
and
because it was
Dawn
the whole
brought
thing.
them.
It was the whole thing about her getting the information, or them both getting the information about where the tracking device was, even though they already knew.
And then all that. But like, how do you have like 6 kids huddled against the door, listening, and like, mom doesn't walk by and see?
No,
or...
because mom is down in the room.
Right.
Down in that secret room inside of hers.
Yeah.
And she's talking to Central Command. Being like, she's not doing a very good job, man.
Nope. And then, yeah, let's get her killed.
I like how everyone was just on the same page as her. So like, man, we don't really like her either.
Yeah. I mean, she's just crazy and not fit to be a mother.
I understand, but it's also like, but what are the conditions other than doing really well on the test and getting the recommendation?
Taking care of a child.
Well, no.
Yeah.
It was,
Because they said, oh, you have a child, and it's to test your mother instincts or something.
yeah, but did she take care of it?
What do you
Because
mean?
Ray never said that he doesn't say anything about him remembering that. He didn't
Yeah,
remember.
but he probably started at, what's it called? At Isabella's orphanage. Farm, I should say.
Oh, okay.
He
But
probably started there his whole life.
oh, yeah, no, that's a good
'Cause-
point. Yeah, that is a good
and
point.
that's how they. So I wonder if she killed hers, or what happened to
No,
Crohn's.
because you'd think that they must have that system in place where it's like there's 2 of you here, and when they add another one, they put it there, and then something must have happened that caused her to leave the other one.
Mm,
Or she just got out of hers, and that new child that was added, the one that they checked for the tracking chip on, was
the
hers.
one that looks like Emma.
That was just
I'm
hers.
like, there's gonna be some sort of something with those two. I can feel it.
I don't know if there's something because it's never come back up.
Oh, I see.
Nothing ever comes back up, man.
Nothing.
Unless it's really important and hinted at.
Yeah.
This thing is important. Remember this for later. You'll need it.
You'll need it.
It's all the information you'll ever need. The more you know. What else was there?
Uh, uh,
climbing up the wall, I don't know how Norman was physically fit enough to do that.
Oh yeah, he's like, they all talk about him being a fragile child and stuff.
Yeah, but he
And they
got up
show
on
him
that
getting
wall.
sick. But in one of the first episodes, when they were playing tag, Ray says, "Oh yeah, Norman is almost as athletic as Emma."
He is a fragile child, but he can get
And
up on
and
walls. He could pace out these
yeah,
walls. He can draw out this entire thing, all without getting caught.
yeah.
Which I get it. The moat should have been an easy deterrent, but why was the
Mhm.
moat the only deterrent?
Yeah, why don't you have, I don't know, perimeters?
Like, I get that they weren't ready for an escape, but like, in the off chance there is one,
Yeah.
like, especially after the mom got up on the wall.
Yeah, the mom,
Once
they
it's,
all knew about it.
yeah, once she got up on the wall, it
There
should have
should have
been like
been.
okay, let's fix that
So,
problem in case someone else does
with
the
the
same thing.
tracking devices, just make it an invisible electric fence.
No,
Why not?
because then you damage the whatchamacallit, the merchandise.
Yeah, but they're escaping anyway.
But you're damaging the merchandise. Even while on the run, these demons are told, do not damage them.
No, they said to kill the ones except the top three.
Except the top three, yeah. But the top three aren't to be damaged.
Yeah.
Like,
Or put an actual electric fence on top of the wall that you can see, so you aren't like, inclined to touch it.
yeah, but like, the kids aren't gonna know that. Like, they could assume it, but like, they're not brought to that outer wall.
Yeah, no.
They're told, here is little fence.
Or
don't go
the
over
stupid
little fence.
tiny fence that they're not allowed to go over. I don't know, make it taller and electric? Possibly?
No, it wasn't supposed to like stop them. It was just supposed to be like, and never go past this fence. And then they just weren't supposed to go past it.
Yeah.
Do not go past the fence. But why not? Because bad things
Also,
are past the fence.
why were they allowed to look? In the first episode, it opens with them looking through the front gate.
Yeah,
Why is that allowed?
because why not?
Because they could see something?
Yeah, but they purposely don't, and they do all their activities at night.
Yeah.
So that it wouldn't happen, and you could just get rid of any of the people who see super easily.
Yeah.
There's all these plans. They're all put into place. They're high-level strats by the demons.
Also, security cameras, they exist because they've been mentioned. Why are they not used?
They were.
Were they?
Yeah.
Where?
Very sparingly, but like, because where were you gonna put them?
The wall?
I mean, but
The
what?
gate? If
There
there
was
was a
some.
security camera at the gate,
Uh-huh.
they could have seen that it was Emma and Norman from the beginning.
Good point. I thought there was one there, but then I'm sitting here like, good point.
Yeah.
You don't get around that.
It's so strange
There's
that they
no, but think about it. They did know.
well,
Because-
the mom had suspicions and then confirmed them, but
Yeah, but the grandma said it.
did the grandma say it?
The grandma said something about
Oh yeah, because Isabella was her pawn. Or
yeah. So I'm thinking they did have security cameras and they did see it. And that also, they might have also seen Norman at the top, and they would have been like, well, he's here, bring him into that room. Here's the footage of you getting up on the wall and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we saw you do it all. You don't get past us with all that stuff. They're sitting there in like their
didn't they
control
just
room.
tase the mother, knock her out, and run.
Because what would have that done?
She would have been knocked out.
Yeah, but you've seen that she's trained in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, just go in for a hug
with the taser.
with a taser.
Yeah,
or
but
a knife.
what happens when
But
no, they didn't have
said
knives.
knives aren't sharp enough.
Yeah, they weren't
Besides
like
the scalpel.
actual knives.
But
Yeah, but
well,
like,
you could
what
make
happens?
one.
What
It's
happens when
not
that plan
hard.
fails, Lorenzo?
To kill her, shock her, and knock her out.
Uh
So what? You were gonna die anyway,
huh. Yeah, but their plan was
right?
better. Burn down
Yeah,
the
sure,
entire
but
house
burn down the house
and run.
and run.
Entire plan right there.
Well, Ray's plan was that, but
No, Ray's
Norman
plan. Ray's
added to
plan
it.
was to die in a burning inferno.
Yeah, and then give them time to escape.
Which I don't know
but
how that would have done it if there wouldn't
it
have been any
wouldn't have.
coordination.
It wouldn't have at all.
There was no coordination there.
There was no plan. He was just done.
Yeah,
Also-
the OP made no sense when it kept saying fire, and then you get to the end and you're like, fire.
Fire. Also, why did he act excited? When he's like, "Oh, that means I'm being shipped out." I thought he was totally gonna flip and be like excited to be shipped.
No, because he had that plan to go out in a burning inferno right after
Yeah,
he got to his birthday. Like, he was like, I finally get to pull off this plan.
I've had for 6 years.
Yeah, I've had this plan for the longest time. I don't know where I got this lighter fluid or the matches, but
Nope. Well, it
I
was lamp
think so.
oil.
It was lamp oil, yeah, which
It
makes
was
sense.
lamp oil, so he could stockpile it. but-
Yeah, and the matches would be for the same thing, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I've had this plan, I've got all the stuff, let's do it.
Yep. Now I have people on my side.
Why aren't all these buildings fireproof?
Yeah. Well, it's just living in a good environment.
And my question would be, let's say that the house did burn down and it wasn't like by malicious intent. Like, how would they fix that?
I'm sure they have extra houses. They could just move on in. while the
Yeah,
kids
I
are
understand.
sleeping.
That's what happens to all of them after. Like, all of the
Yeah. Well-
little ones are split up. But how do they transport them?
The kids or the houses?
The kids.
Just knock them out. Chloroform.
But who does that?
The moms, probably.
Okay, kids, one by one, just going down the line.
Here, sniff this rag.
Just all the way down the line. And that's the last one.
And I'm sure tranquilizers exist.
I know, but then it wouldn't be a nurturing environment. When they randomly wake up in a house with no one they know.
Yeah, true.
I don't know why I'm here. Why are there more of you? Wait a second.
Wait, where's my friends?
It's a neuralizer. It's just like, and look into the light, and you're off to a new house.
Yep.
Don't remember anything. Just shh. But didn't I list shh?
Also, so informant. They were talking about, oh, why would someone want to be an informant?
Mm.
Or a traitor?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they? They get to live longer.
Yeah, but he didn't.
No, he
He got
kind
to
of
live.
did.
He got because he had to hide scores. That's why he got to live longer.
Did he?
Yeah, he was top 3.
Yeah, okay. But the only reason he was doing so well is because he knew had
He
he
had to
fallen
do
down,
so.
he wasn't
He
gonna
would
live.
die, but he didn't need to be an informant at that. Oh, but no, he did it for the gas.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it for that so that he could get this escape plan to work. Like, that's the only reason. Why else would you do it?
I don't know.
He wasn't being selfish. He's just like, but it's not a good idea to bring the youngins.
That moment when suicide isn't selfish.
Especially when it burns down an entire house.
So that people can escape the farm before they die.
The zip line all the way across to those trees. Like, I knew they
Alright,
knew the distance and everything, but,
I
like,
guess it's time to give our ratings, huh?
it should be.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Mine was a 9. It was good. It was better than
It's
good, but
funny.
what?
Because mine is also a 9.
I know. I clicked on it earlier trying to find
God
mine.
damn you!
I tried to find mine, and I thought it was yours, and I was like, "You gave it the same score as me."
Yeah,
And then I
I thought
clicked
it was
over
really
onto yours
good.
and realized that I didn't look at yours. I had looked at mine, but you had
Mm.
still given the same thing as me, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, it was really good.
it was." I told you you'd like
And
it.
you were scared that I wasn't gonna like it.
Well, you didn't like the last thing I gave it a 9.
Well, that was stupid.
That's your excuse.
It was stupid.
It wasn't.
It was.
Just read the manga. It's only 3 volumes,
Yeah, but
all in one
no.
book.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Cause what are we talking about?
The other one.
Bake or
No.
Madoka?
I didn't give Bake a 9.
Oh.
I gave it a 8 or a 7.
Madoka?
Yeah.
I gave things a lot of 7.
Question: Did you get
Except
the idea to
Madoka.
look at his list from my
Did
No, I
not.
son
went
2
looking for
weeks
mine,
ago?
and it said recently updated.
Oh.
So I was like, why scroll through my list when I could just click on that? And then it just pulled up the page, and I thought it was yours.
What was Joey's stunt 2 weeks ago? Did he look at your page?
No.
Oh.
The entire time, me thinking he was gonna give it like a 9 or whatever, or a
Mhm.
10, or no. Was it that? It might have been. I don't remember. Any closing thoughts, Lorenzo?
I don't know. It was good. Didn't expect to like it as much as I did,
Nah.
but it was really good. And I guess I should say next week, huh?
You should. But you have to say the title of this because you're the one that chose the title.
The full title?
No, you gotta say that the title that you made me put on this.
Oh, human farms are poggers. They really are. Anyway, next week
Hmm.
is Devilman Crybaby, which I'm pretty sure is 12 episodes. I didn't actually check that.
I think you should. I think we
I'm
should.
gonna check right now to
Right
make
now.
sure it's not next 2 weeks.
It's a this one. It's an
It's
ONA.
the ONA.
It's
No, it's
10.
10 episodes. We're fine.
Lorenzo, it's like I don't even remember.
I barely remember a lot of it. I'm pretty sure it might go down a score from
Mm.
what I have here, but we'll see when I rewatch it. So,
Yeah, but anything you rewatch, you're just kind of sitting there like, I don't know if I
Sound is-
enjoyed this as much the second time.
wait, there's a
Or I enjoyed this a lot more now that I've gone through the entire thing, and I'm like, I can see.
It is
It is.
a alternate version of Devilman, the
Eh.
other anime.
Eh,
But I think this is just the R-rated version.
eh.
No, they're both R-rated.
40 seconds.
Also, it's Aniplex, so you'll probably like.
No, they're the distributors, as we've proved from last time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I know. Producers. It's a Netflix
Oh yeah,
original.
it's gotta be
so-
Shaft. Remember, Shaft is the one that you don't like. That I have to
Shaft is the worst one.
I have to find something else on there that you might enjoy.
You're not gonna find anything.
I am gonna find something
You're
one
not.
day. They're gonna release something really good.
I highly doubt it.
Final statement.
See you guys next week.
One.
One.